Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel. Hey, Kiever. Boy, I'll tell you what, he's wound up this morning. YouTube channel talks about all my cars and trucks, SUVs, the camper, the motorcycle, the gardening, the yard, the attitudes. Hey, good Wednesday morning there to all those that subscribe to my channel, watch me, and listen to the antics. Listen to Kiefer, who's all wound up harassing the ginger girl, what she loves to do. Hey, anyways, thanks for watching. And hey, Kiefer boy, come on, let's go. Keith, let's go, come on. The dogs have been out for the last hour. I'm not lying to you. What a beautiful May 1st morning. I mean, come on, look at this. It's just incredibly beautiful here in the Virginia, Maryland, D.C. area. I cut grass yesterday. The kid worked on the garden around the house, which it needs so much attention. And the zero-turn diesel mower I have is the best lawnmower yet to date for me. The cab tractor is just sitting idle. And what are we doing as always? What's going on? But it's just incredible how it's already May 1st. We're already close to half through the year. As you progress in life, it just seems like time goes by so quickly. It's just incredible. So, gotta get the dogs in because Kiefer boy is wound up. And I think we get the other dogs in, let him kind of run amok. That'd be a great idea. That's kind of working better in my life as he's maturing. He is getting better. He's not the best, but he seems to be getting a little better. And all of us sleep out in the camper. So wife doesn't sleep out there, but the dogs sleep out there. The kid and I sleep out there. We're loving the camper. We're loving the camping life. And so, hey, Keith, you ain't going upstairs. No. All right, you guys going up. No. You guys going up. Go on. Is everybody up there? Let's go. Ginger, come on, man. This is just too complicated. Get up there. Jesus Christ, man. It doesn't end, does it? Yeah, so lights, camera action, and the never-ending adventures on Ice Age TV are bringing you content in the morning that hopefully you can enjoy. Listen and think to yourself, yeah, I like that. Or not so much. Click. Next, there's the bird that can't fly. My kid said it can't walk. It's like, I think it's more about it flying. She was laughing about that. So, yeah, and the birds are here. There they are. They're all having a blast at the Iceman's Cave. What a life, right? For the birds, what a perfect birdhouse. I mean, come on, if you're a bird, wouldn't you be like, wow, man, we can crap. We have so many things to crap on. This is a field day. When you think about bird would be like, wow, yeah. I mean, come on. So anyways, what are we going to talk about today? I thought to myself, Monday was the media conversations. Tuesday was the notification conversations. I thought, man, what better way to make the next day a conversation? The annoying conversations. I mean, does that just follow right in hand, step in step of what we're talking about this week? Is we have our cars and coffee together, or our motorcycles and coffee together, whatever it may be. Whether you're on your treadmill behind the wheel of your car, you're at your office working, and you're listening to me talk, whatever it may be. And so, anyways, I just thought, man almighty, we can take the cars and trucks and motorcycles, campers. We can take so many aspects of our life that relates to annoying features that every one of us has. Every one of these vehicles has an annoying part of them. Kind of like us humans. Every one of us humans has some annoying part of them. I've had people reach out very early beginning stages of my YouTube channel and like, you're just annoying, man. You annoy me. I hate your voice. And no lie. In the true beginnings of my channel, I had a lot of people attack me. They didn't like me. So they said I was annoying. I was like, yeah, whatever. So anyways, we can take all these cars and trucks, and I guarantee you every person on my channel could reach out and make a comment of what annoys you. What annoys you? I thought to myself, boy, oh boy, that's broad. That's broad. And you got to be careful. Got to be careful because you don't want to, I don't want to get people like angry and mad. That isn't the goal of the channel. I think the goal of the channel more is sharing ideas and views and thoughts that we can all kind of sit there and round table, have a discussion and be like, yeah, me too. You got the car show, you're talking to a guy, and it's like, wow, I know. So if like one thing that you've heard me talk about a gazillion times on my channel is that Harley Davidson really screwed up. because of the new infotainment center on this freaking bike. And I have people all the time go, you can turn the accessories on the bike, you know. I know that without starting the bike up. Yeah, I know that. Duh. All right, so with this bike here, I can actually turn on this bike. I can literally start this bike. Let's hope she's in neutral, and she's not, which that figures. Hey, Kiefer, how you doing, huh? Look, the ball, he's going to get all of my bikes. So what Kiefer does is he's going to now take the time to hang out with me around my bikes. And what is he going to do? He's going to make sure that he gets his little, look at low tire pressure, this. I'm trying to get this thing into neutral. Can I? Yes, I did. So, there you go. Look, low tire pressure. But I just want to show you on how you can start this bike without it blasting on my garage. This motorcycle is on right now. Duh, right? So now, what do? I want to turn the bike off. And what's so cool right now is if I have my headset, if I have my, whatever it may be, on the, this just drives you nutty, doesn't it? This is what I'm talking about. I don't want to see this right now. I don't want to see it. But I'm stuck. Or am I? No, can't get it to work. Anyways, so for the motorcycle, right now, the bike, I've ridden the bike, and this is what I'm trying to convey to you. So when you ride a motorcycle, you like to Bluetooth your bike to your helmet to the bike to listen to your music through the speakers, or you can Bluetooth your phone through your headset. So for those that aren't the motorcycle enthusiasts, this is very aggravating because you're constantly annoyed at fighting the Bluetooth technology of interfacing your helmet, your motorcycle. So what happens is you get your phone to Bluetooth to your motorcycle so you can listen to your favorite music, radio, whatever it may be. You can see phone calls come in, whatever it is. All right, that's great. So as you're riding down the road, you pull over and you just want to take a little break or whatever. Somebody calls you, whatever it may be. So you can turn the motorcycle engine off and still be accessorized with everything's connected to your bike. And like I said, I've talked about this a gazillion times on my channel, but if those who are newer to me or haven't seen this, so you go over here to this brand new Harley Davidson and you turn it on, and there's the infotainment center that'll takes a little longer for this infotainment center kind of to figure things out. It's a lot of stuff being loaded. It's in neutral. So now, this motorcycle here, I can start her up. So the bike's running. The Reinhardt's kicked the Chromeworks ass. Chromeworks sucks. Chromeworks sucks. Reinhardt, that's the exhaust you get. The Chromeworks, I don't like it. So now, hey, I want to turn the bike engine off. I want to turn the engine off, right? Wait, whoa. Oh, disconnect all your Bluetooth stuff, everything. Disconnected, goodbye. Start all over. What a joke. But everybody on my YouTube channel, I shouldn't say everybody, some people reach out and go, but you can turn the bike back on with that little accessory button right over there, and it turns back on. Well, I know that. But you just disconnected all your infotainment from your helmet, your phone, whatever it may be. Yeah, whatever. I mean, sincerely, whatever. No, that sucks. Terrible. So annoying. Yes. Hey, Harley Davidson engineers, that's the stupidest thing you guys did. Stupidest thing you guys did on this updated Harley Davidson. Of you can't have accessory mode on the bike when you turn the engine off. Stupid. So that's very, very annoying to me. And you guys have heard me a gazillion times talk about this, but that's one thing that I dislike about this new Harley Davidson infotainment center. Then the other day, you saw my friend Chris talked about him and how he lost all his communication. Now you come over to the Honda over here, and the nice thing about the Honda is it does just like the older generation Harleys. You can power the bike on, you can start the motorcycle, and you can turn the motorcycle off, and your accessories are still on. So as you load the Bluetooth here, it's showing loading all that. So I can turn off the bike, and look, the accessories are still on. So why did the Harley engineers do what they did? That makes no sense to me. So look at that, and that actually loaded very quickly. See this guy here? If a ball ain't in his mouth, he ain't happy. Is that annoying? Yes, it gets annoying. So now, when you go to the cars and trucks, it just befuddles me. It is so annoying that in the Ford product versus the Ram product. The Ram product, when I take this truck and I'm driving a truck and I come home and I put it in park, the e-brake automatically turns on. On this truck here, you know, every now and then it does it, but for the most part, my experience with my Ford Bronco, my Ford Explorer, my Ford Expedition, my Ford Lightning, my Ford F450s, every Ford product I have, the Ford F250 over there, every product I have that has the e-brake technology in it, no, the e-brake does not automatically set when you put the car in park. That makes no sense to me. Why is Ford so annoying that when I drive my Ram truck and I put it in park, the e-brake automatically sets itself? And I even believe there's a setting in the screen to have, you can have that yes or no. My Jeep Grand Wagoneer, same exact thing. You put it in park, the e-brake, electronic brake is what I'm saying to you. It's not the old cable brake, it's electronic now in most cars. The e-brake sets itself. The Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit that my wife drives, same thing. The e-brake sets itself. But here is one annoying issue with the Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram products, Jeep products, is this that's different from Ford. With Ford, once you set the e-brake and you go in your house and you come out the next morning, you want to go to work, whatever, you start the car up and you put the car in drive, you don't have to push the e-brake release button for it to take the e-brake off. Just by putting the car in drive and putting your foot on the gas pedal, the e-brake automatically releases itself. Well, the Ram product, the Jeep Wagoneer, they do the exact same thing with one annoying feature. You have to have your seatbelt on. So if you don't have your seatbelt on in any of the Ram, Chrysler, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge products, the e-brake does not automatically release itself. You have to manually release the e-brake if you don't have your seatbelt on. I get it. It's forcing you to put your seatbelt on. But for the Ford product, you don't have to have your seatbelt on. The e-brake releases itself. And what's really cool here on the new manuals and the new e-brakes in these Mustangs, which that's new this year, didn't have e-brake in these Mustang manual cars before. What's really cool is when you have that middle console pull-up handbrake, that's an e-brake, even for the manuals, when you have the e-brake on, when you push in the clutch to put it in first gear and you push your foot down the gas pedal, the e-brake automatically releases itself. So you don't need to manually push down on that funky feeling e-brake in that car. But it's annoying. Those are just little things, and that's what I'm saying. Everything that we own, have, your house, your car, your motorcycle, your boat, all of them have annoying features about them that just kind of irritate you. And I've talked many, many times about the Jeep product and the heavy-duty series Fords. One annoying feature on them is these solid front axles that make the vehicles walk. It's annoying. Is it radical? It depends. But it's a constant, you're really abreast to having both hands on the wheel or one hand on the wheel, but the vehicles tend to walk because it has that solid front axle up underneath that front end, which makes it so that vehicle, the left tire really steers the right tire. The right tire steers the left tire because that solid axle. So that's, in some ways, that's annoying in the Jeep product. That's annoying in the heavy-duty series trucks, especially the Fords. And I've talked to you in great length about this Ford F250. That front end just doesn't feel right. The kid doesn't think so much, but yeah, right. So it's always, and that's what I think has people get rid of their cars. I think people over time get tired of that annoying feature of that vehicle, And eventually, like, I don't want anymore. I can remember my niece down there in Florida, Danielle, she bought a Chevy Impala. This is like 3 or 4 years ago, and it had the auto shutoff. Now, if you have auto shutoff, a lot of these newer cars give you the availability to have it on or off. And if you know what I mean by the auto shutoff, it's when you come to the light and you're waiting for the light to turn, you come to a complete stop on the road, wait to go through the intersection or wait for the light to turn. The vehicle automatically turns off to supposedly save gas and save emissions, to help the carbon footprint that the manufacturers are trying to show the greenies that they're trying to do the best they can to be good little boys and girls and behave correctly for the green agenda. So for them, they've created this auto off and on. And for the Chevrolet Impala my niece bought, there was no way to deactivate it. There was no button inside. It drove her nuts because she sat in stop and go traffic all day, and the car constantly turned off and on, and she just hated it. She even took it to mechanics to see if they could get in the software. She could never get it fixed. So it was very, very annoying. And for those that I'm sure have the newer generation cars, that's a very common feature in a lot of cars. But once again, you do have the option usually to turn it off or on. And what I noticed, like in these Ford products, when you go to the sport mode, it automatically deactivates the auto off and on. What I noticed in these Dodge products, like this 392 Dodge Charger back here, it has that drone, has that real, just a really, the deactivation of the cylinders. Yeah, who's to know these stories where the manufacturer deactivates the cylinders when you don't have a lot of power going to the car, you're not getting into it, and all of a sudden not all cylinders are running, and you can kind of hear that weird noise through the engine compartment in through the car. Who doesn't know the stories of people changing out the exhaust in their vehicles, and then you get that incredible drone, wherever, that incredible, just really aggravating noise that comes into the interior of the car. Yeah, that's a major problem. When you go out and buy an exhaust system, you better make sure you do a lot of research on what exhaust you're getting, because each manufacturer has different personalities, and if you don't get the right one, you're going to be extremely unhappy of that annoying noise. I did that to one of my Jeep Wranglers years ago, and it was so bad. My wife was like, "Why did you do this? Like, this is just ear piercing. It just gives me a headache." Who doesn't know those stories, right? So going on with our cars, our trucks, our motorcycles, and then the camper. So over here, my brand new camper that I have, that I'm living out of, to make sure that all the accessories work or don't work. And I'm glad I'm doing that, because when I go on a real road trip, I'll feel much more confident that I've done everything that I should. But I've talked about this from day one. This is so annoying that they put the generator up under the main bedroom, the master bedroom of this camper. It makes no sense to me why you would put the generator, and I get it, it's a load issue, so I get all that. But at the same time, if you really are off the grid and you really are camping in the back, and you really need to run that generator a good part of the night, for you in the bed, you're going to hear that constant engine noise. And my friend and even Beckley's RV told me, if you don't get an extension pipe that comes out like a tractor trailer exhaust pipe that exits up here along the side of this camper and up above this bedroom, if you have your windows open, you're going to die from carbon dioxide. Yes, because all that exhaust fumes are going to go right into the bedroom of this freaking RV. How stupid is that? You think that through. Why? I mean, is that annoying? It's annoying. There's a plastic cover on this little drain pipe. Already, little plastic cover tab is already broken. I mean, so cheap, it's ridiculous. So I'll have to go buy a new one of those. If you watched my closing video last night, the kid wanted some gas. Probably locked this up. Did I? Or did I not? Can't remember. No, okay. So the kid wanted gas for a bike. And if you watch my channel, down here is my old gas tank that was in the F-250 truck. We had to empty it out to get it out of the F-250 Tremor truck in order for me to trade it in. So I emptied that tank out, filled up some cars, and we no longer have, and somebody be like, why don't you use these tanks over here with that fuel pump is broken on that front tank. And it's just a project, never-ending projects. And then you got to drive that down to the store to it's just. But the whole point is, so last night I wanted to use the fuel pump. So I come out here and I turn on the fuel pump. And when I turn it on, let me see if I can duplicate it. So here's on. All right, so now I'm like on. So I can't figure out, it's like, why won't this thing stay on? So now I'm befuddled, and it's like 10 minutes to 7. Beckley's RV's service side is still open, and I call them, and the guy said, I have to call you back. Well, I'm just so befuddled. But you know what? I see this SKU QR code, and you know what? I take my phone, and I capture it. It takes me to a YouTube video, and it shows on how this Vector made their own in-house YouTube video to show you when you push down both on and off buttons here, it actually turns on the unit. So if you take here, let's see if I can do it again. See that? So now technically it's on. Or is it? I don't know. See, even for me, I see here trying. Okay, so now it's primed. So now it's on. Turn it off. But I think you have to hold it down to totally turn it off again. I think. I could be wrong. I'm learning, so I'm saying to you. Okay. So do I take it like that? No, I don't. Well, anyways, we'll figure that out later. And that's the whole point of doing this stuff at home. But you know what it's doing? I think it's cycling out the fuel in that pump or something. I think. We'll have to look at that here later if that automatically just powers itself off. And that's the whole thing. When you're out here doing your camping thing, like the other day when I was testing all the tanks, black tank, gray tank, I'm on here, you're looking around, it's like, so they have this marked black tank, but where's the gray tank? And so I'm like, and then, learning how to hook up the hoses. So where's the gray tank? And so I'm back here, and I'm looking underneath here, and I'm pulling that little plug there. That ain't it. Well, guess what? There's the gray tank thing way down there. But there it is. Oh, so for me, even for me, there it is. There's gray tank there, but where's the other gray tank? I thought there were 2 gray tanks. Is there? No. Okay, so there it is. See, even for me. Duh. So there it is. Way up here, next to the exhaust pipe, is a gray tank. Yeah, is it annoying? No, that so much isn't annoying, but when you go out to the campground and you're a greenie, I got a surge protector here. Because they really advise that I put a surge protector, so I'm obeying the RV things. But what's annoying is you yourself become annoyed with yourself because you can't figure things out. Who doesn't know that story? I mean, us humans, come on. Is that what makes us funny? Does that make life funny? Yesterday, Chris and I at the Leesburg Dodge, him looking at a Jeep, we had fun over there. At some ways, at Chris's expense, of him trying to figure out what vehicle to get for his wife, and then he discloses to us she hates silver. So, because they had a really good used silver Jeep there, we're in the office because he's like, the deal ain't gonna work. He's wanting to get rid of his Jeep Wrangler that he bought all customized and lifted for something better for his wife. So he's been diligently trying to find something that makes sense and the numbers make sense. And so yesterday, I went over there to get my tags for this truck, to get that issue resolved. And while I was there, he was there at the same time. And then I ended up doing the Jeep Wrangler 35, which that deal isn't going to go down. It can go down, but I'm not going to do it because it's too much more money. It's just a bigger car payment, money down. I'm not doing that. So if anybody's watching my channel, that deal, and it's good because the Mojave's fine for where we are at this point. Anyway, so my good friend Chris, I'm sure he was getting annoyed with me. And that's the thing about us humans. You get annoyed with your friend, your wife, your kid, your employer. But yesterday, I'm sure Chris was getting annoyed with me because he came to closure. He's just not going to buy a Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit that his wife wants because the numbers just don't work. It isn't meant to be. But yet they got a nice used one in. Silver, really good looking vehicle. And I was telling him buy the used. And he's like, I'll never buy a used vehicle. I'm like, really? He's like, I'll never buy a used vehicle. Then what's so funny about it, he goes, what color is it? It's silver. He's like, my wife hates silver. And I was like, She hates silver. He's like, she hates silver. I said, well, look at yourself in the mirror. You've got silver beard and silver hair. What does that tell you? So all the guys in the office are laughing. You got silver glasses on. You got silver shirt on. What is going on? So for Chris, I mean, it was, I wish I would have videoed it, but at the same time, I don't want to really, I don't want to expose people too much. Or be like, gee, thanks, man, for making me look like an idiot on your freaking YouTube channel. But we had a great time. And I'm sure Chris was borderline, like, you're just annoying as hell, Mr. Ice, man. You're driving me nuts. So anyway, so he had to go on. I had to move on. So now, I think what's really annoying is Elon Musk. Elon Musk, this guy is classic. This guy is the guy that gets in front and leads the charge and then disappears. He truly is. Elon Musk is the guy that'll be standing up front here to lead the charge as you go fight the war, and he'll exit left, and you won't know where the hell he went as you're going up further, getting obliterated. So Elon Musk, this is the latest for the EV industry, because that's all Elon Musk is about. Elon Musk rose to his fame not through PayPal, but through Tesla. And if you understand, Tesla, ironically enough, was the original electricity in this country versus Edison or Westinghouse. There was different infrastructure of electricity that first came to this country, and Tesla didn't survive. His concept of how electricity worked, and it's more in depth than that. It could have been England. For me, you'd have to do a lot of research on that, and I read about it years ago, so I'm just not fresh on that. But the original Mr. Tesla from the late 1800s, I believe, he founded electricity. But the electricity worked differently from way, I believe, Edison. Am I right about that? Somebody on the channel can reach out. Was it Thomas Edison that created? I don't know. So anyways, here's the point of Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a different style charging. If you look at this plug here, this is called a CCS plug. It's a CCS plug. If I can kind of get the light. This is a plug that is basically a charging standard system, more universal plug that's used in the electric car recharging. So when you go somewhere to charge your vehicle, typically a charging station will have a CCS system set up, and that's more common in the non-Tesla vehicles. But yet Elon Musk has created the North American charging standard, NACS, not CCS. So NACS is now the recognized normal charging infrastructure because of the Tesla supercharging stations. Elon Musk has in some ways forced the hand for the big guys to cater to his infrastructure of having like 57,000 or something. I think it's like, I don't even know the exact number. I think he has like 57,000 chargeable plugs. He has like, I think 6,000 or 8,000 charging stations. My numbers could be off on that, but the whole point is Tesla has per se the biggest charging station infrastructure compared to anybody else. So everybody in the auto industry is converting their vehicles to accept the North America charging standard. So they're changing this style plug, and they're all the newer 2025. Most of the GM, Ford vehicles will go to the NACS Tesla style charging port. All right, great, right? So the only reason I'm bringing this up that this is annoying. Well, breaking news. Oh, when you hear breaking news, what annoys you more about breaking news than anything? That it's probably some stupid ass story of the gloom and doom. Elon Musk just fired or just laid off 500 of the key people that run the future build out of the Tesla supercharging stations. So he is putting on hold the continued growth of building out Tesla supercharging stations. You have to scratch your head. Wonder what he's up to. It's all money. It's all the government's going to beg him to keep doing things and give him money. Don't be fooled by what he's trying to accomplish. So he just fired 500 so 500 people have been just released from Tesla's future build out of superstations being built throughout the North America, not Europe and everybody else, just stateside here in our country, which that's huge because GM and Ford and other companies are trying to piggyback off of the Tesla supercharging stations to help build their customer base to have confidence to buy an electric vehicle and know that there's lots more Tesla charging stations that are available to you versus the other Electrify America, EVgo, all the other brands. It's not so much. They're not out there as much. They're not as reliable. The Tesla supercharger stations have a better known history of being more maintained and more reliable and a better infrastructure. Well, Elon Musk just kicked it to the curb. He literally convinces all the manufacturers to go to his platform, and now he's basically telling everybody, we're putting all that on hold now, and we're going to focus more on just updating our current stations and what is the future. And then a few other key lead design people have been let go as well. So that's very annoying because until you own an electric vehicle like I have, and you watch my channel and you go back to the summer of 2022 and you see me in my new silver colored, hey Chris, silver truck that I bought, and I'm trying to charge the truck as I go down Route 81 from Virginia to Tennessee, it's a major annoyance of me trying to get the charging stations to interact with the truck, to get the payment system to work, and then to get the charging system to work. And then I go to a Sam's Club, Walmart, I should say a Walmart, where they're paving the parking lot, and I can't get to the superchargers or get to the charging stations. So now I'm stuck and having to go to a Ford dealership down there in Bristol, Tennessee, to get my truck charged because I'm out of energy. If you go and look for the June or July, I think it was June of 2022, you should watch that video. You really should, because there's a lot of antics in that. That was a lot of drama. It was a joke beyond a joke of what played out of me going down to Tennessee with that F-150 Lightning truck to try to get it to show my tow review. It was just annoying as all get out. So the point is, on these electric vehicles, that's a huge challenge. That's the number one most annoying thing of the EV market is the range anxiety and the looking for a charging station. But then even when you find a charging station, if there's one or two cars ahead of you, how annoyed are you going to be? Because that's going to turn into maybe you thinking this is a 40-minute charge. This could turn into now to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hour stop. Is that annoying? That's extremely annoying. And that's a challenge for us as human beings is we get annoyed with one another. And how do you handle it? Yes. I mean, how do you handle when somebody really annoys you? And how far can you go for that annoying you turns into a major confrontation? And that's what you witness every day more than ever. And I think to myself, more than ever, as I talked about the media conversations and notification conversations, the annoying, you think about for us in today's society of all this technology, you have to say to yourself, the annoying factor has to be at its highest level ever in society, because everything around us is giving us notifications. You're getting the latest breaking news of mostly that's usually violence or something radical is going on or the demented views and ideology, and it just annoys you, and it's just brewing inside of you. What do you think happened to the January 6th participants? They were annoyed with the election. They were very annoyed. That was just something that was brewing inside of them that then, brought to the table that whole January 6th fiasco, because so many people showed up that were annoyed with what they didn't think was true. And that's the challenge for us as human beings, is how you handle being annoyed by what you know is right versus wrong. And more than ever, today's society with the social media, one of my subscribers, he was funny because we're talking about the notifications, and he hit it on the head. He was like, yeah, you're going to be driving in the future, you'll be driving your electric car, and you're going to get a notification on your screen of your electric car that your social credit score is terrible, and that you're a nuisance and you're an annoyance to society, and the car is going to self-drive itself over the side of the road, park itself, turn itself off, and alert the police to come get you. I thought that, boy, oh boy, does that hit it on the head? Is that what runs through your mind in the future? I mean, come on, right? Look at China. I mean, what do they do over there? Is it annoying? I mean, is it annoying that wherever you go, there's a camera on you? Wherever you go, is it annoying you drive down back roads and they have speed cameras that take pictures of your license tag as you go through too quick? Does that annoy you? I mean, I'm sure some people in neighborhoods, it annoys them that people blast through the neighborhood too fast. They're glad you got a speeding ticket. Who doesn't know that story? Does it annoy you that the guy in front of you isn't going the speed limit? Does it really annoy you when you're driving down the road? Who doesn't witness this all the damn time? That a guy's going down the road, he's on his phone, he's texting and driving on his phone, and he's in a left-hand lane, and he won't move over, and he's not going the speed limit, and he's more fixated on playing with his phone and driving his car. Does that just annoy the hell out of you? I mean, do you literally just want to get in front of that guy and jam on your brakes and have the guy's eyes light up like I mean, it's just so annoying. And that's such a major problem today, and where we are in the driving habits. I mean, there's a lot of motorcycle enthusiasts that have quit riding motorcycles just for that reason. Because they are so annoyed with the other drivers on the roads that don't pay attention to their actually driving their vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, somebody like, yeah, Mr. Iceman, Mr. Cameraman, Motorcycle Man. Yeah, we know. I hear you loud and clear on that. 360 Insta needs to be... 4 Series needs to be set up, but that's a pain in the ass on reality. I guess that or something else, right? So, but here's the thing you got to wonder. For Elon Musk, the guy's always thinking about something down the road. So, is that artificial intelligence? Is he convinced that getting rid of 500 people, that the artificial intelligence, the Optimus, the robot, all this stuff, that this stuff is going to help him for the future? I don't know. I'm more in the page that him pulling back is going to force the hand of the green agenda people to hand out more money to him, to give back to him, for him to get remotivated to build out his Tesla supercharging station that won't be on his dime, it'll be on the taxpayer's dime. And there is subsidies out there for companies to build out electric infrastructure, so that's out there. So I don't know why he doesn't qualify for that. It's interesting to kind of try to figure out what is going on in Elon Musk's brain of why he's done what he just did when he was pounding the fist of he had the ultimate, latest, greatest, best infrastructure of charging vehicles, and if you don't own a Tesla, you can't use it. And then you all know that that's all changed. Then as time progresses, all these Tesla supercharging stations are going to be opened up for others that are non-Tesla cars to be able to use it. So just, once again, it's an annoying thing. He's over there in China. In so many ways, his position is he's opening up the free trade to America's benefit, because he's over there haggling with China to let him get the full self-driving that will allow him to get more of his testing in China than over here, and be able to sell that in China to upsell his product over other products. But at the same time, he's presenting it like the Americans' goods and services will follow that if China kind of lets that kind of happen, which, you know what. And here's what's interesting. China's already getting nervous if the Trump guy gets back in office, that doesn't annoy the hell out of them, because they feel like they're going to suffer even harder trade consequences. But it's befuddling when I hear that conversation when Joe Biden is diligently trying to raise a tariff on any of their automotive goods, cars, coming to this country, and raise even higher tariffs than what Trump did. So it's kind of befuddling to think, but yet you got a guy, oh, here we go, look, bird poop. I told you the birds love my shop, because, you know, it's an army field for them. They can, you know, crap on all my vehicles. Thank God for his cover. Yeah, I know, I got covers for these, but I like to look at the eye candy. You know, I start covering everything up, that's boring. I mean, for me, if I'm on the other side of this camera right now, I want to see the eye candy. I want to see some really cool stuff. That's what I want to see. If I put all the car covers on everything, that's annoying. You don't really know what you're looking at. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Yeah, so for us, I mean, look at right now what's going on What did the pro-Palestinian students do? They've annoyed the hell out of these colleges to the point now the LEO has shown up and is kicking their asses out of those places. Yeah, I'm sure most people have got the breaking news on that the pro-Palestinians that have moved in and set up shop in all these universities, the universities have finally come to closure. You just can't, you're annoying the hell out of us. We're done with you. Get the hell out. So now, if you're watching, the police are showing up and they're dragging all these pro-Palestinians out into the streets and throwing them in jail for their in their view, their annoying antics and ways they want to try to accomplish a war overseas, which we're involved in. Which, for everybody here, how annoying is that we're just constantly now in other countries' wars, and we're funding other countries' wars. But why? We know. I've talked about it a gazillion times. All about the money. It's all about the money. All right, I think that's about it. I've talked 40 minutes. I think I've given my presentation of annoyance. Am I annoying you by this time? How long in before you're truly annoyed from the conversation, as I try to keep it going on what us as humans annoys us, and every one of us is all susceptible to that. Every one of us has that challenge, and that's usually in relationships that breaks up relationships, business relationships, working relationships, friendships. It's the annoyance. How long can you be annoyed? Until eventually the other person's like, I'm just done. You annoy me way more than you please me, and that's what plays out. Just like your cars, your trucks, motorcycles, your job, whatever it may be, there's a fine line there what makes you happy versus what annoys you, and who has the perfect life where something doesn't annoy you. Yeah, I can't see it. It's just humankind, it's mankind, the challenges of us. So that's it. I'm going to call it that, leave it at that, and the next adventure, I don't know. What is the next adventure? I need to get the chocks, the condors in for those motorcycles in that trailer, and you really need to get that done. You need to get the motorcycles loaded up. You need to go drive the trailer up and down the road with the loads in the back to really see how this trailer handles. But that's a major project. I mean, literally, if I said to myself today I want to do that, I could show you a video of the day progressing, and I guarantee you it'd be 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon before I really was the final of doing all the things I just said. So as always, hey, thanks for watching my channel. Share the channel, and hope everybody has a blessed day. It's a beautiful day here. Hope everybody stays safe. A lot of tornadoes. It's really weird. Last week, I was in a comment that, where's all the tornadoes? I'm not lying. One morning I woke up and I said, wow, my YouTube channel, I should say, hey, what happened to all the tornadoes? Where that hot and cold air collides, and typically in the April months from the north to the south. And I was like, what's happened to all the tornadoes? And sure enough, my gosh, yes, there are tornadoes out there, and people are getting incredible camera time. I mean, to me, that's freaky to be that close to those tornadoes. I mean, as well as I do. If one of those tornadoes just took a side, swung around with the other way, there's no way those people videoing that stuff are going to get away from that. So really sad, too. A lot of people have been lost their lives, destruction of property. Yeah, are tornadoes annoying? Yes, they are. So if anybody has family out there, prayers, hopes, and prayers for anybody out there in the country that's been hit by these tornadoes. We only hope and pray that the season's already come and now it's coming to an end. But I don't really know. I'm not the tornado follower, if you know what I mean by that, or watcher. So anyways, God bless, stay safe, and stay tuned for more antics and adventures on Ice Age TV.